Hey everyone, this is Flammy. Welcome back. We have another Let's Play episode. It is Season 5, Episode 22, I do believe. That means we are back with Derpy and the Let's Play. It's been a while since I've been playing on this account. I've really been enjoying playing on the other one. I guess I'll talk about that in a minute, but what's going on today? Well, I've been attacking a bit lately. I am going to be attacking again. I'm getting a bit close to spending some of this elixir. I've got 1.8 million elixir stored up. And what can I spend it on? Well, the upgrades that I have possible are there's a 2.25 million giant upgrade. So this is probably my stretch goal. I don't think I'll be getting to this now, but we'll see about that. I mean, certainly not in this video. That's just too much away from where we're at now. But I also have another possibility, and that's this Dark Elixir drill. I could upgrade it to level 2 for 2 million. I think this would be really helpful. Actually, the best part about upgrading this Dark Elixir drill is not the rate, although that's definitely awesome. The best part is actually, in my opinion, the storage, because upping the storage from 240 to 450 means that overnight it will get pretty close to maxing out, and it's obviously a lot more than just 240 when there's 450. So yes, the capacity is one of the more important factors of that, in my opinion. Rate, of course, matters, but normally, like by comparison, like, do you ever care about the capacity of a level 10 elixir collector versus a level 11? No, you really don't, because to fill this up, it just takes days and days and days. But to fill up a dark elixir collector, a drill, that's pretty quick. Alright, so let's go on the offensive. I have queued up some replacement troops. I've got 20 goblins, 25 archers, and 30 barbarians, respectively, in each of my 4 barracks. And as you can see, my army is full. I have upped the wall breaker count to 12. I've been running into some pretty well upgraded bases, especially bases with lots of segments, and that should help us. Only 5 giants. I think I intended to have 6, but you know what? Whatever. 40 barbarians, 50 goblins, and 60 archers, or roughly. Yeah, so we are at sort of high in the trophy count. I'm actually thinking about maybe dropping lower. I'm also thinking about moving my town hall outside the walls. We'll talk about that later, though. So let's go on the offensive first and see if we can find some elixir. So if I do want to get up to 2 million elixir and start that dark elixir drill, I don't know for sure, but I think I might. I'll at least consider it if I get it. We would need 170,000 elixirs. That's a stretch. I'm not sure we'd be able to find a base which will, well, one, have that much, but two, and probably harder, allow us to steal that much. So like this one, Town Hall 9, actually not incredibly well upgraded, but it's got pretty good layout in terms of the mortars and the wizards especially. Makes it rather hard to get into this elixir. Actually a pretty smart base. If you think about it, this guy, these 2 storages right here in the center, he probably used to keep his gold there until he used all of his gold. As you can see, he's only got 40,000 gold, showing that he does both have a lot of elixir in the storages, as well as he swapped their position to make them much more protected. So a smooth move on his part, because that just denied me right there. If it was less protected, I certainly would have considered attacking from the right side, where his 2 gold storages were positioned. This one, another 200,000. I wasn't finding quite so good of loot before. This one is also rather well upgraded. This one, Town Hall 8. Not maxed out for Town Hall 8, certainly not. The mortars and wizards both aren't, but they're high enough to cause infantry a lot of trouble, and I don't think we'd have a ton of luck getting into those ones right there. Yeah, I'm going to skip this one. I just don't think I'd have a great time getting into those storages, is the thing. Alright, so moving on and looking for others. Certainly skip the low ones. No real need to look at those ones because, I mean, I'm looking for resources right now. If it doesn't have a certain number of resources, I'm just going to skip it. That one has some good gold, but I think I'm going to try to focus on this. Like, maybe if there's a ton of gold, like, if it's over, well over 200,000, you should take note, because what that is an indication of is someone who's inactive and their mines and collectors are probably very full. The exception to that is if you're a lower town hall, especially a town hall 7 and attacking a higher one, but also a town hall 8 attacking a higher one, then it could be just because of the loot bonus. But in general, it's a sign of the fact that someone is inactive. Alright, this one, nope, I should probably stop talking about other stuff and just search a little bit more, but I mean it is strategy stuff as well. Something I did want to address eventually was in my last video, I think 2 days ago especially, and it's not that uncommon for me. Sometimes I have trouble speaking numbers, so I think it was Dark Elixir especially. I think it was 1377. So that means 1,377. But just thinking about that and looking at it and trying to speak it while thinking is really hard at sometimes. So I do apologize for that. Some people are making fun of me in the comment section, which I appreciate, because I mean I do make fun of myself too and laugh at myself when I make those mistakes when I listen to myself on the playbacks. Um, yeah, it's bad, but trust me, it's hard. I'm trying to think of a lot of things when I'm playing. Not only am I recording live, but of course I am trying to not be absolutely terrible either, which actually yesterday's video showed that still happens sometimes. Ugh, we're getting less good bases in terms of elixir count here. This one's not bad. We certainly wouldn't hit the count we're aiming for, but it wouldn't be far off, and they're sort of close together. Still think I'm going to skip it, especially because there's really no gold whatsoever in that base. There's nothing really even to sort of help out on that count. Looking for more. This one's a bit shy, just 10,000 shy. It's not a very good layout though, so I would feel pretty safe attacking this guy. I'm pretty confident I could take out the majority of this guy's base, if not 100% of it, with just infantry. But do we really care? Yeah, sure, let's do it. This looks like a fine one. I guess there's sometimes we should. The 60,000 gold's not huge, but it's certainly nothing to really scoff at. I'm certainly going to take it when I can get it. Now, the one thing I am worried about is clan castle guys. So, yes, there are clan castle guys. So, I'm going to spend some infantry just to draw them out. Okay, that should be everyone. They're going to come out here and kill these guys. That's alright. We're going to draw them out. They're going to kill these guys. And let's find a corner, hopefully. No buildings in the corner. Alright, back this way. We're going to drag them out here. Yeah, what we're going to do is just drag all the units out one direction, then sort of swamp them with other units. Just enough archers to get these guys. Then a couple barbarians for the archers themselves. Just the most effective way to do it is just like that. Alright, we are going to be attacking from this side, right up here. Pretty simple. I'm going to spread out some infantry. I'm going to use my clan castle. I don't think it's full, but we're going in. And, I'm just going to keep spread out my units so that I don't get too much fire from any single mortar or wizard or anything. So that includes spreading out my goblins, spreading out my archers, spreading out my giants. One tip for giants is, you notice I just did it right there. I put a couple closer and then I put one farther away because of their slow movement speed. That's a good way to only deploy them once and not have to like switch units to sort of keep them spread out so that they don't get splashed up, don't group up too easily. I like doing that. It's pretty helpful and handy. I am definitely going to save a lot on the wall breakers. Normally I'd have to deploy more in sort of a pocket base situation, but in this case we are just fine. Alright, here go my last archers, so let's go see how they do. I think yep, right there, the goblins just bunched up and team fired down that last elixir storage you saw right there, and got the dark elixir. I don't think there's any dark elixir. There might have been a little bit, but not much. 2 stars right there. I think the critical part was really dealing with the clan castle guys initially. If I hadn't done that, yeah, it would have been really bad. What would have happened when my guys first went in, the clan castle's all the way over here, so they would have only activated once the guys were like breaking through the wall. And that sort of would have caused, at least I believe, all the infantry to get distracted, group up. It's pretty slow to kill the units. But I think that would have been bad. So I'm glad I really drew all those guys out. Certainly worth throwing away a couple barbarians over here, and then a couple archers over here, and then a couple more guys over here to deal with them first, get them out of the way, not have to worry about them from there on out. But, alright, that's it for this base. Let's see exactly how much we got. 138,000 elixir and 42,000 gold. Now, if you might think that this elixir count is bad by comparison to some of those 200,000s that we saw before, however, think about this. I am pretty sure I would not have been able to get all of that 200,000. Say I get one storage. I had an attack earlier today, which did exactly that. There was about 170,000 elixir available, and I was able to take out one of them. What does that mean? That means I'm able to get half the resources, which half of 200,000 is less than this. That's 100,000. So you can think of it this way. How likely was I to take out completely those other bases? It's possible, but I'd consider not very likely. This one, though, I was very confident I could get both the storages, given how the walls are positioned especially. So that worked out pretty well in my favor, I think. Let's look at the resource count once I collect these. It looks like we're about 25,000 short. Now, if I had enough guys queued up. I could cancel these, but I only have a few infantry guys, so that's not going to be very realistic. I'm not going to be able to get enough from just canceling out those existing troops. So I will probably finish off getting more elixir later and spending it later. Might spend it on the giants right here, as you saw, for 2.25 million, or I might spend it on the dark elixir drill for 2 million. Alright guys, thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed, and for those of you guys who've been missing videos from the Let's Play, we are back. Probably won't be doing a ton of them. Yeah, oh, before I sign off, one thing I want to do for sure. So I haven't been playing a ton lately. So what I want to do is move my town hall outside the walls. Now, the reason I put it inside the walls was I was designing a hybrid base. Let's replace it with this. Hybrid bases, good if you're pretty active, but definitely not as good as if you're less active. So I'm going to put that there. And yes, why is this? Well, when people attack, I want them to take out my town hall, give me a shield, and then at least I want some of them to then surrender. They're just going for trophies. In that case, then I can save all these other resources and still collect them later without half of them getting stolen. Much better than having someone, or at least having every single person who attacks me, be a heavier attack because my town hall is inside the walls. So either it doesn't give me a shield and I get attacked, or it's a heavier attack and takes a lot of resources. Alright guys, thank you very much for watching. Have a great day, and clash on.